Good evening, pupils. How are you? Trust you are enjoying the weekend. So, as we discussed in class, we are looking at narrative essay. Now, what is narrative essay? Narrative essay is a storytelling essay. You write to tell a story. You write to give an account of something that you experienced in the past. You write to retell what had happened to you in the past. So it's just a storytelling essay. Now, your story in narrative could be fiction or non-fiction. So the story could be real and something that is not what? True. So if you have not had such experience and you are asked to write on that topic, then you could form a story. So your story could be real or untrue. Okay, so when writing a narrative essay, please note that you make use of the past tense form of the verb because you are talking of an event that had happened in the past. The story you may be writing on may be something that happened 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even last week. It's already in the past. So when you are writing, you make use of the past tense form of the verb. Now, when writing a narrative, there are 3 elements we are looking at that would help you put down a good narration. Number 1, we look at the introduction. Under the introduction, you have your characters, and then you have the setting. Your character includes persons and animals. Animals could also be part of your characters. And then the setting, you talk about the time. When did this story happen? You have to let us know when. And under setting, you still tell us the place, which is what? Where. Where did this story take place? Was it at home? Was it in school? Was it in an eatery? You have to let us know where the story took place. Now, after all of this, your story should have a conflict. Something came up or something went wrong. That's the conflict or a problem. Something went wrong. I'll tell you a story and then you will learn from it. Now, after your conflict, there should be a solution. So you don't end your narrative with your conflict. No, you end it with a solution. So you come up with a solution, or your story should have a solution. So introduction, conflict, and then a solution. Now, examples of narrative topic is my best birthday ever, the most enjoyable Christmas, a journey I would never forget, a day I would not like to remember in my life, and so on and so forth. Now, just listen to this short story that I'm going to tell you, and then take a guide from it and write your assignment. My best birthday ever was my 50th birthday. On that fateful morning, which is 12th October, I woke up full of excitement, and as I opened my eyes, beside my bed was a box. With eagerness, I opened the box, and to my amazement, the box is filled with jewels. Oh my God! Who would have brought this? Just as the point I was trying to find out, my children walked into my room and began to sing, "Happy birthday, mommy. Happy birthday, grandma." I was so excited. I never expected such a surprise because we had planned to go out to celebrate the birthday, and they never told me they had a surprise for me. But you know what happened? Suddenly it began to rain. The rain was so heavy that we were all disappointed that, are we not going to go out for the day? it rained from morning till evening that day. But to the glory of God, the rain stopped as at 4:30 p.m. in the evening. And as at 6 p.m., we all went out, we had nice time, and we came back home 9 p.m. in the evening. Everyone feeling excited. It was indeed a birthday I would not like to forget. Isn't that a beautiful story? Yes, it is. Now, my story is fiction because it's not a real story. Now, why is it not a real story? I am not yet 50 years old. You get that? Now, I have written my story to entertain you. Then, there are characters in my story, which includes myself and my children and my grandchildren. And then there was a conflict in my story. The rain began, and there was a solution. The rain stopped. And the time of my story was my 50th birthday. The place was in my house. So do you get my narrative? So the story you are going to put down for me must have introduction, must have conflict or problem, then must have what? A solution. Is that clear? So please, I expect to read a very good story from you on your best birthday ever or a trip that you will never forget. And these stories must contain introduction, conflicts,